Hello friends, and welcome back to your mat. Today we have a different kind of video planned where we're going to be walking through how to set up our own daily practice for the month of January. Now, I get a lot of questions about how to set up an at-home practice or a daily practice or a personal practice, all of those different variations of the same thing. But essentially, people come to me and they say that it's very intimidating, it's very daunting to set up practicing on your own at home. And I wanted to come to you to help you make that experience a little bit more accessible, a little bit more enticing, and just simpler all around. So let's go ahead and get into setting up our own practice at home. Okay friends, so the first thing that we want to do when we're setting up our daily practice is to set up our environment. So that might be as simple as rolling out of bed and rolling out your mat and getting right into it, which is a great way to do it if that's what gets you onto your mat. Or it could be that you lay out some candles and light some incense, put on some music that you really like that feels really good for you, or something of that sort, or putting on your favorite yoga pants, So setting up your space and getting yourself ready to practice is the first thing that we want to do. Now, the second thing that we want to do is to set our intention. So setting our intentions are really important. It's a great way to bring that mindfulness element into our practice, right? So setting your intention could be setting your intention for your mat practice today, which maybe it's, I want to practice more patience with myself during my practice today on my mat. Or it could be something like, I want to practice more gratitude throughout my week. And the intention is really up to you, and you get to decide how you kind of want to play around with it, and you'll watch it evolve every single day. So that's the second thing that we want to do. The third thing that we want to do is get in touch with our breath. So essentially, I like to start with deepening the breath and then moving into a very simple breathwork exercise. For our purposes, for the month of January, we're going to be doing triangle breath. So a triangle breath is where you inhale for 3 counts, hold for 3 counts, and then exhale for 3 counts. I'm going to walk you through 1 round of triangle breath, but I suggest doing it 3 rounds just so that you can bring it full circle, or full triangle rather. So let's go ahead and get into what that looks like. Bring your hands to your belly, sit up nice and tall in a seat that feels good. And we're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, and exhale the breath for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Release the breath. Awesome. And you've just done a bit of breath work. And triangle breath is great because it's bringing that mindfulness element, as I said, but it's super simple to remember, right? We're just completing the sides of the triangle. So from there, our breath work will move into our poses. For the month of January, we're only going to be doing 4 poses, right? Keeping it simple, keeping it easy, and easy to remember. That's really important. So for the 4 poses, we're going to be doing reclined butterfly, we'll be doing melting heart pose, and we'll be doing half dragonfly and twisted roots. Those are the 4 poses, and we're going to be taking a yin style approach, which means we're going to be holding the poses for a longer amount of time, or just as long as you feel comfortable holding them. Let's get into our first pose. So for our first pose, we'll be doing the reclined butterfly. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together and lie all the way down onto our backs. Once you're there, you can bring your hands to your belly. You can take them out in a T shape down on the mat, or bring them maybe down by your sides or atop your legs. Wherever you want to be is the right place to be. And the wonderful thing about this yin style approach is we really get to feel out the posture, noticing how it feels in our body. How does it feel on the inside of our thighs? How do our knees feel? How does our back feel laying on the mat? Things like that. So taking that time to really soak in the sensations in your body as you enjoy the first posture. The other cool thing about having your personal practice is you can stay in this posture for as long as you'd like. Maybe that's 30 seconds, maybe that's 5 minutes. It's really up to you and how much time you have to give in this moment. But with that, this is the first posture. Let's go ahead and move into our second. So for the second posture, we're going to be doing melting heart pose. So meet me in a tabletop position. We want to have our hands beneath our shoulders and our knees beneath our hips. From here, we're going to start walking our hands forward, melting our heart and our chin, or our heart and our forehead down to the mat here. You can pull those arms out in front of you, engaging that upper back a little bit more as we keep the tailbone lifted high to the sky. But again, you're here in your melting heart pose, and you're welcome to stay here for as long as you feel comfortable. And for that, we'll move into our third posture. So for our third posture or third asana, we're going to be doing half dragonfly pose. So for half dragonfly, we're going to have our left leg bent in, and we're going to send our right leg out long. Toes are towards the ceiling here. Now, once you're here, we have two ways that we can do half dragonfly. We can do it as a forward fold, or we can do it as a side stretch, or you can do both, right? Because this is your practice. So let's go ahead and I'll show you the first, we'll do it as a fold. As a fold, we can walk our arms forward and either land down on our forearms, keep our arms straight, or melt our forehead down to the mat. These are all great ways to be in a forward fold here in half dragonfly. We want to keep those toes towards the ceiling here. Really good. Alternatively, we can start by sitting up in our half dragonfly and reaching our right hand towards our right foot, ankle, or underneath the calf as we find our way into a side stretch. And again, just like with the other poses, stay here for as long as you'd like and really enjoy the sensation that you're feeling throughout your body. All right, let's get into the last posture. For the last posture, we're going to be doing twisted roots. And twisted roots, you'll find, is really similar to supine belly twist. So let's get into it. We're going to start lying down on our backs with our knees pointed towards the ceiling. So for our twisted roots, we're going to wrap our right leg around our left here, kind of intertwining our roots, right? And we're going to send our knees over to the left side of the mat. Good. You're going to find a really lovely twist here. Hands can stay in towards your body, or you can send your arms out into like a T-like shape. The choice is yours. And just like with half dragonfly, we want to practice this on both sides for equal amounts of time. And that time is up to you. And this is the last posture. From here, we can move ourselves into Shavasana and stay there for as long as we'd like. But this is a great way to really introduce yourself to a daily practice. So let's go ahead and wrap things up here. All right, friends, so just to recap how we built our January daily practice, we started by setting up our space. Maybe that was setting up some candles or some incense or some music. And then we started by setting our intention for our practice, for our day, for our week. And then we moved into our breath work. The breath we're going to be doing for January again is that triangle breath, inhaling for 3 counts, holding for 3 counts, and exhaling for 3 counts. From there, we progress into our poses. The 4 poses that we're focusing on in January are reclined butterfly, melting heart pose, half dragonfly, and twisted roots. From those 4 poses, we can move into a quick or long Shavasana where we lay down on our mats and just soak in those benefits of practicing. And then it's done and you've done your daily practice. So I really hope that this was helpful in learning how to set up a practice for yourself. And I do hope that you use this video as a resource. As always, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for letting me be a part of your yoga journey. And I can't wait to see you in February's daily practice tutorial. So thank you again. Have a great day, my friends.